The wind rolled across the prairie like a restless spirit, bending the tall grass in silver waves beneath the late afternoon sun. Amber Whitlock stood alone near the cottonwood tree at the edge of her ranch, her black dress heavy against her ankles. The fresh mound of earth before her was still dark and damp. Her husband had been laid to rest there 3 days ago. Since then, the ranch had grown unbearably quiet. No laughter from the barn, no steady whistle drifting from the corral at sunrise, just the creak of loose shutters and the distant cry of coyotes after dusk. Amber knelt beside the grave, brushing her fingers against the soil. "I'll protect it," she whispered, though no one was there to hear. Inside the house, hidden beneath a loose plank under the kitchen floor, sat a small iron key. And somewhere far more secret, buried deep beneath the far pasture, lay something far more valuable than cattle or land: gold. A fortune in gold bars. Her husband had never spoken of openly, but had trusted her with, on the night fever took him. He had told her about the claim he'd struck years ago in the northern hills, how he'd sold it quietly and taken payment in gold to avoid bankmen and greedy eyes. He'd hidden it to build a future for them. Now the future belonged to Amber alone, and the world was already circling. 2 riders had passed by that morning, slowing near the fence line. Strangers didn't wander this far unless they had reason. Word traveled quickly when a rancher died without sons to inherit. A woman alone was seen as vulnerable. Amber rose from the grave, her jaw set firm. She wasn't helpless. She'd worked this land beside her husband for 7 years. She could mend fences, birth calves, and fire a rifle straighter than most men in the county. But gold changed things. Gold invited danger. That evening, as dusk painted the sky in violet and ash, Amber lit a lantern and crossed the pasture alone. She carried a shovel over her shoulder and the iron key tied in a cloth pouch at her waist. The cottonwood tree stood as her marker, its crooked trunk leaning east, 20 paces south, 10 west. She counted carefully, boots pressing into dry soil. When she reached the marked spot, she knelt and began to dig. If you want to hear the full story, click the title below.